The British designer William Morris said, "Have nothing in your houses that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful." Yes, you can create if you have an eye. Be extravagant, majestic, gorgeous, lavish, posh, comfortable, ritzy, all of which equals luxury. That's right, pure luxury. Be daring, be bold. Don't wait to be told. You can have style, you can have class. It's a matter of creativity, not always cash. Don't let it be said that posh surroundings are only for the rich. You just have to perceive and believe. Get ready for the incredible designs of Miss Stephanie Burks of Design Instinct. Yes, you can have a little bit of New York flair if you dare. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Tabernacle Talks. And as you know, we have a very special guest with us today. I'd like to welcome designer, fabulous Miss Stephanie Burks. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Fine. How are you doing in New York City?
I'm well. I'm well.
Make us all sick, okay?
Thanks for having me on. I'm just a regular Ohio girl.
Oh, well, you've been in New York probably just as long, probably longer than you were in Ohio.
Probably so.
Okay, we are going to talk about your background. You have been a long time acquaintance of mine, and I'm just so excited for you because you hit it big. I mean, really big a long time ago. And I know for most of us who grew up with you, we know that you spent a lot of time at L'Oreal, one of the top organizations in the country. So I'm just so excited that you took time to deal with little old us in Ohio to talk about just your designer journey. Then you've gone to one of the top design schools in New York, and you're currently working as not only a professional designer, but a private designer. And so I am just so pleased that you decided to join us today to talk about luxury. So that's a new word for me, luxury.
Luxury.
Yes. So can you share with our audience like what your formal training is in design and how your passion for design charted your career path?
Okay. So by profession, I was a marketer and I rose through corporate America. But I wasn't fulfilled. Design has always been a passion. I always wanted to do it. I dabbled in it. I renovated a couple of houses. And the first time in 1998, when the market busted and I'd lost my job, I said, I'm going to go for my passion. And before that, I had gone to Parsons School of Design. It's now called the New School. Everybody knows it. Whoever watches Project Runway, they know design. So I went there, got a design certificate, and been on this journey doing curtains. Custom curtains was the first thing I did. I dressed the house with 45 windows. I thought I was going to die. Get it done. Managed a custom curtain showroom. And now I work at Safavia, one of the premier showrooms of designer bespoke furnishings here on the East Coast. Also launched a line of wallpapers in a collaboration with Benedict Hadley and Bijou, in doing interiors. So it's been a journey. It's totally fulfilling. My hands are in like a lot of different things, but I am loving it.
Now, you're in New York City, and that's one of the most competitive markets on the globe in terms of design. What skills are needed to be successful in that market?
Drive, talent, and networking,
Wow.
And then, you have to decide what kind of designer you want to be. If you want to be commercial, if you want to be residential, what type of customer base do you want? A lot of people want to do, somebody that they can do $1 million house. Some people just want to do a room. It just all depends. I would say the higher the price tag on the project, the more difficult and intense it gets.
Wow. So today's show is entitled Holiday Luxury. That's,
Yes.
you have turned me onto a new term. Describe for our viewers the essential elements of lush design.
Okay. I think when you use interior designer, they have a great capacity. We have a great capacity to pick colors, put a palette together that may be a little different. We know how to layer different textures, layer color, pick the right scale of furniture. A room should look like it has been curated and put together over time, not like you just went to the store and you just bought everything and put it in the room. So it takes an eye, it's an art, and it also takes some skill that you get from books and experience to build a lush interior.
Well, I know I certainly learned from you that it takes skill. I remember when I called you when I was trying to do my daughter's room, and I was saying, well, I want to use this color and I'm going to get this size bed. And you just start rattling off, well, you need this size rug and you need these dimensions, and the bed needs to be on this side of the wall. I had no idea that there's absolutely science to where the bed goes, where the rug goes, all those things. So I was pretty impressed. And I think within 25 or 30 minutes, you had just a gorgeous, gorgeous design for me. So I know that the skill is there because I was really challenged. So today you're going to share some pieces with us. Can you kind of walk us through your designing process and how you assist clients with designing, especially when we're going into the holiday time now?
Okay, so the first thing, no matter what, is you need to work with a designer that you have a good vibe with. Somebody that you feel comfortable saying no, from a client perspective. We don't want to hear it, but it's okay, because you live in the space, not us. So the first thing is to understand the customer and what the customer needs are and what their lifestyle is. And then from there, you got to understand the budget, how much they want to spend and how much they want to change and how much they already have that you can use in the interiors. So when we get into the holiday time, this year is different than any other year we've had experience. But I think what it told us is that home is essential, right? Because you can't go out, or you're limited to where you go. So you need to make home, the best that you can. And because, the economy is bad, you got to use what you have. And if you don't have it, you got to get it for very little. So that's why I want to show you some of the things that I did here.
Okay.
In my home. So, give somebody ideas, what they can do, or, they can call a designer to help them too. So I'm just going to show you. So this is like my fireplace, right?
Wow. Okay. Now what do we have going on there? That is gorgeous.
Okay. So I am a fan of magnolia leaves. Instead of the traditional, Christmas evergreens. And when possible, I try to use fresh, but it's a little early now for fresh magnolia leaves. So these are fake, but they have the palette of my living room, so my living room is green. I got a lot of greenery, lush. I got gold. I got a crushed velvet gold sofa and there's some grays and some creams and whites. So that's my palette, right? So
okay.
Kept going with that palette. Christmas doesn't have to be red and green. And actually, you can raise the elegance level when you just use your current palette and you just light it up, right? So I got magnolia leaf wreath, and then I put some white lights on it, a couple of gold honeycombs, green berries, and there you go. You know, I always think less is more.
Wow, look at that.
Let's back up some. And those mirrors, I've had those mirrors forever. You know, and I just stacked them up in threes. And I have a bank on each side of the fireplace. Oops, let's go. On the left side and the right side. See that?
Yes.
And I'm going to swing around and show you the sofa. You'll see the gold crushed velvet sofa with green pillows on that. See that?
Yes.
So it's just simple things that you can do, you know, to make your room lush and elegant. And I'm going to show you my coffee table. Coffee tables are key. They add a lot of style and a lot of class to your room, right? So there you have some more greenery. I found a reindeer that was green and gold. I think that's my favorite find. And it was at TJ Maxx.
That's the spot.
That is the spot.
So that was just a bowl and you turned it into.
Yeah, so the black vase, I had that. And I just put some plants in it and put some white lights in there, you know, to make it glow. And then on this side, I hope I'm showing you this right. Michelle, can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, see, and then down here, I just got some little gold, little, you know, little, I don't know what you call them, balls.
Yeah, they look like little spiked.
Yeah, little
Like balls, yeah.
Just to add a little texture to the table. Yeah. And another favorite of mine is my Santa Claus. Did I get him yet? Wait a minute.
Okay, let's see. We're looking for him.
Wait a minute. There he is.
Okay, there he is. Oh my.
And he has on he's got on a mink coat. And he has on, he's carrying gold ornaments in his staff. I love him. And I've had him for years. So I just used a lot of what I had to make my interior lush. And that's what I call luxury. So
now I look at the scale. I'm used to traditional, and I'm gonna put us both back on screen now because you look at during the holidays, you're so used to seeing the typical colors: red, white, green.
Yeah.
You have green, but you took it to a whole nother level. I see more browns. I see more golds.
Yeah.
And you didn't even use the typical like pine leaves. No. You just kind of flipped all of that on its head and kind of talk us through, is that daring to do that? Do you need a designer to do that? I think I'd be a little nervous about the magnolia leaves, but you made it work.
You know what? No, you don't. You said the word. You just have to be daring. And you have to curate. And when I say curate, you have to go shopping a lot. And once you have a vibe in your mind, you just stay true to it. And you stay true to your color palette. My color palette is gold, green, cream. I got some black, some black accents. I just always stay true to that. And so when I'm
Okay.
shopping, and I see a green velvet reindeer with gold antlers, I know that's for me.
That's for me. That's for you. That had your name on it.
Yeah, it had my name on it. It's like, hello, buy me.
Okay. Now you work for one of the highest end retailers in New York. So when you tell me you're going to TJ Maxx, come on, Stephanie. I know you find these fine. So do you think people just need to always have that color palette in their head so when they're out someplace and they see something, it doesn't have to be this very expensive item that they're buying. You're just going to get something and make it work.
Yes, yes. I think, yes, I do work with probably the most, maybe not the most expensive in New York, but, close to it.
I've seen some of those. Yeah.
So when you are buying your sofa, when you are buying your dining room table and dining room chairs and your bed and your mattress, you want to buy pieces, you want to invest, because those are pieces you don't want to buy over and over and over again, because you could easily go to IKEA and pay $2,000 or less, but how long is that piece going to last you? Is it 8-way hand tied, meaning if you sit in the same spot all the time, is it eventually going to give out, And if it's not 8-way hand tied, it is. So where I work is like everything is 8-way hand tied. Your weight distributes evenly throughout the frame. Boo can sit in the same spot every night for 20 years, and that sofa will not sag.
Wow.
So your foundation pieces are very, very important to go ahead and invest in, you know? But then the things that you fill in with, you may want to change them more frequently, and you may want to have some trendy pieces, So it's like, don't spend, $1,000 on a vase that you may change in 2 years, unless you got it like that. If you that, I'm gonna sell it to you. We can put that in your plan. But if no, you go to Home Goods, you go to Wayfair, you go to TJ Maxx, you go to Shoppers World, you even go to the Goodwill. The key is you buy the best thing you can find in there that fits your vibe and fits your palette.
Okay. And I think that's the key word, your palette.
Yeah.
Your palette, your palette, your palette.
Yes. And buy what you love. If you don't love it, don't buy it. Love it. If you're kind of like, keep the price tag on it so you can take it back if it doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay, now you've been pretty shy, but obviously you are the owner. You're the principal and owner of Design Instincts, and that you have your own thing, and I applaud that, Black entrepreneurs. Tell us what Design Instinct is. You've developed a service called 2530.
Yeah.
Tell everybody what that's about.
Okay. So what 2530 is, I got the idea from Facebook. There's a group on there saying, and it's women who like interior design. And so they post their pictures and they ask for questions. They ask questions like, what color should I paint? Oh, where can I go get a rug? What to do with this room?
Sounded like me.
So I chime in, every so often I chime in. And one time I chimed in, the lady was saying, how to do her coffee table or how to do her entryway. And I just chimed in and said, well, arrange your accessories in a triangle. You have a top and then you come down and then you have a bottom. And so another lady said, "Ooh, I went and did that. And are you an interior designer?" So there's tons of people that I think that there's like maybe 70,000 members on the site.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, people need and people want, design. But for us, our community, they think using a designer is out of their reach, but it's not. It's like, I can help you. I'm willing to get you started, get you going on the right way for as little as $25. So I'll spend 30 minutes with you virtually. You can send me your pictures. You can ask me about the color, things of that nature. And in 30 minutes, I can get you going on your way. Like I got you going with your little room.
You saved me a lot of time.
Yeah.
I think I was looking through all these brochures and booklets, and it was hysterical. It was actually 15 minutes. You really, I had several options, rug sizes, pillows, different types of pillows, and where I could get them from. And I mean, it was like Wayfair, just nice things. And you gave me all price points. So I had all options to be able to do her room, and I would have spent a lot more time. And you just kind of looked at it and said, boom, boom, boom. So 25 and 30.
25, 30. And I have a web, I launched a website, and you can just come on the website, fill out the form on there, and I'll give you a call and we can get to work. Now there is some stipulation. If you want to go further, like floor plans, that's going to make me go into a program and draw for you, or if I'm doing a full room where you have nothing in it, that's going to be another plan. But we can chat and chat virtually and get things going for $25.
You are amazing. Is there any tips you want to give us for the holiday? Like, what are the hot colors? I guess I don't want to let you go before I find that out. What are the colors?
Are the colors you love.
Just make it work.
The hot colors are the colors you love. Always have plenty of white lights, make sure that the wires can be hidden. I really like white lights that are battery operated, so you turn them on, turn them off if you leave the house. You don't have to worry about fires. Candles, plenty of white candles. Just very simple, go elegant. And if you got little kids, oh sure, go ahead with the blue and the green and the, whatever. But you can find like some really nice pieces and make it look really special for them. A snowman, a French horn, things like that. You don't have to be, it depends on your household. Like, I'm an empty nester. So, I can go ahead and have magnolia leaves with white lights, but if you got little kids, do candy canes, because they go do candy canes, do, sleds, all of that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you have been.
Get inspired. Go to the
I'm inspired. I'm going to go look for some magnolia leaves just to see if I could do some type of centerpiece, because I absolutely love the wreath that you did on the window back there. That was gorgeous. Yeah, I want to see that again, everybody. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it's just simple. You could do that.
I think I could try that. I am going to challenge our audience to try that. And if somebody wants to try that and post that on the site, I welcome you to do that, or even post some of the things that you've done. Stephanie, I'm going to give you the last word. Anything you want to leave us with today? Because I'm just ready to start decorating, because I'm excited about Christmas this year.
I'm glad you said your centerpiece. What I love to do on the centerpiece on the table is just make a cake and make it as pretty as I can and use that as my centerpiece.
Ooh.
Like all of so your guests or your family, every time they walk past the table, they see your scrumptious cake, they must take a bite out of it. But it's really nice, like back in the day, I remember my grandmother always had a cake, always had, a cake on a stand, ready for guests to partake.
And that was the centerpiece.
That was the centerpiece. And
wow.
You don't want to forget now, everybody's not everybody, but a lot of people have diabetes and are, challenged with health issues. So, put a healthy snack out there too. Get a nice little white bowl and fill it up with nuts and berries and, oranges, tangerines. They smell wonderful and they're healthy for you. Do that. And I am a lover of eggnog. I absolutely love eggnog. And everybody's like, oh, it's fattening, or oh, I don't like it. But there is nothing like a good glass of eggnog.
Okay.
Mary-
Stephanie, I can always depend on you to make me smile.
And
Stephanie,
don't forget the nutmeg. You must have fresh nutmeg.
Fresh nutmeg. I learned that. Yes. Fresh nutmeg.
Fresh nutmeg.
But Stephanie, I want to thank you for your New York state of mind, for showing us how to just live luxury on a budget and just to have fun. And I appreciate you giving us your time, because I know that wasn't easy to get on your schedule. We've been trying for a while. So I appreciate it. And I encourage all my audience out there, give Stephanie a call. She will get your stuff together. I can assure you. Thank you, Stephanie, so much. And happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays, everybody. Enjoy. God bless.
Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Michelle reminding you to tune in every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. for Tabernacle Talks, your urban talk show. The month of November promises more great programming as we continue our holiday lineup. On November 17th, get ready for a mouth-watering demonstration from Lorraine Moore Wallace, who has rolls that are so good you won't eat the rest of your dinner. Be the rave at the holiday table when you show how you've mastered the art of yeast rolls. Finally, on November 24th, tune in as we see and talk about fashion. This show is for the cute and those who think they're cute. That's right. Everyone with initiative can look amazing this holiday season, and we'll be joined by local designer Patheria Woodson Zachary as she talks about what's hot and what's not.